Welcome back to the Prepper King channel. I am the Prepper King. Thank you for joining me today on this beautiful Sunday here. And the humidity came down. It's been awfully hot around town lately, and was glad it cooled off a little bit, I'm one that likes the winter, and most people don't like winters. I like winter. I find it easier to warm up than it is to cool down. But maybe that's because I've been in a hot kitchen all my life, as far as being in a restaurant forever. But I'm glad you joined me today, and today I wanted to talk about how people have lost interest in things. Doesn't it seem like interest in things, if people lost interest in doing everything? They don't want to go to bars anymore. They don't want to socialize anymore. They don't have any hobbies anymore. It's just like they can't feed their brain anymore. And it's kind of sad, actually. I mean, I grew up in an era where we used to have yo-yos and, who had the coolest yo-yo, or we'd collect wacky packages and baseball cards, and we go out and experience things. We build forts, and we did all these different things that fed our brain. And we didn't have the social media thing, We'd have G.I. Joes, and girls would have Barbies, and they would use their imagination and put these different things in put them in scenarios and think through their head. And it was so good for your brain to grow up like that. But nowadays, you have everybody that's lost interest in everything because of TikTok and social media. To sit in front of a TV all day and just watch movies all day long. Gaming is another one. They just sit there and they play their games all day long instead of being out in the public. I've seen a revolt against this in the younger generation that's growing up right now, that have just indoctrinated with this phone in their hand and tablets in their hand, going out. I was at the thrift store the other day, and there was a girl maybe 14, 15 years old who bought a sewing machine. She was on a mission to go sewing machines. They're buying typewriters. So this is a good thing. All is not lost out there, folks. All is not lost. But there's plenty of people walking around out there in their pajamas, and you know who you are. Stop doing it. Take those pajamas off, put a real pair of pants on, put some real shoes on. Go out and experience things. Go bowling. Do something instead of sitting there in front of your phone all day, because it's rotting your brain, just like an addiction that's out there, like alcohol or drugs. They go on there and they want the notifications, and they need, just like this generation growing up with attention deficit disorder because of certain things like SpongeBob SquarePants. Everything's boom, 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 fast, 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 fast. You cannot process things. You're not using your brains to process things. You're not problem solving. And these things that are crucial to development in life to make you resourceful. Like to me today, I'm taking these giant. Oh man, look at this one. I'm taking these giant zucchinis as a prepper. You come to the Prepper King channel because I always talk about prepping on this channel. I have an abundance of zucchini. And I want to tell you right now, if you have problems growing things, like last year I didn't get that many zucchini. This year I got so many I don't know what to do with. So I'm going to process it in the zucchini chips. I'll dehydrate them. I'll cut them down, cut them thin, spice them up with very special spices. I'll dehydrate them and put them in a big Ziploc bag, and I'll have zucchini chips. And they're delicious, and they're way better than potato chips, let me tell you. And they're crunchy, and they're delicious. So I'm going to be doing that today. These are the things I'm talking about. These are the things that people need to start doing and being tangible in life, because people are walking around like zombies right now. And like I said, I see a resurgence in the younger folks getting away from it, and I applaud that, But I want to make sure people out there are tuned in to what's real in life and what's fake in life. And a lot of the stuff that media and AI, it's just fake. And people are going to, hopefully people will revolt against it, get back to model railroading, get back to certain things that are tangible that you see with your eyes, you process it in your brain, you lay down at night before you go to sleep, you think, wow, now you got this in your head. What I'm gonna do? Tomorrow on my model railroad, maybe I'll put a mountain over here, or I'll do this, or I'll do that. That is good for you. That is healthy for you. Not going on and playing the game where you go into these different worlds, but you don't. It's just you once you get to that world, you forgot about it. You go on to the next world. How is that tangible in your brain? How is that? And you're going to see an insurgence as these people get older in dementia, because they're not utilizing the brain that they should. And like I say, it's an addiction. It's hard to get an addiction to get rid of. But I'm so happy that younger people, a lot of them, instead of walking around in pajamas and looking at TikTok, they're going out to the store and buying these things like typewriters and analog things like VHSs and CDs and more physical media instead of just, and get into the collecting aspect of it, which is a great thing, because that gives you purpose. And if you have no purpose in life, you have no purpose at all. And having purpose in life makes your life more fulfilling, more rounded, and it supplies your brain with the knowledge it needs to proceed in real life situations, processing different and problem solving in ways that people can't do anymore. And I see it with a lot of generation now that they can't problem solve and, make do of what they have. And like, if I'm at the restaurant and there's certain people there, they say, well, we're out of this. Well, what can we do instead of having that? Maybe we can use this. I'm out of this cheese. Well, ask the customer if they want cheddar instead of American. Just simple things that they can't do. And hopefully we get beyond that. Hopefully in the future, you're seeing a younger generation going back to the old ways. What's old is new again. Hopefully. I am the Prepper King. Like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be coming back to you sooner or later with another informational video here. Like and subscribe. Hey, peace to you, peace to your family, and I got to get to processing zucchini. Have a great one.